Unlike what many people believe, the most important financial milestone for an average American isn't reaching 1 million or 100,000. In reality, the most significant milestone is reaching $10,000. This is because, upon reaching the first 10,000, you experience a major shift in mindset. Achieving this amount is extremely significant. Today, I want to explain why this happens and discuss the 8 changes that occur after you save your first 10,000. Imagine you are running a marathon and you finally complete your first 10 kilometers. You started from scratch, walking, training every day, and taking your first steps in this race. The same thing happens here. Now, you begin to see new opportunities emerging, doors opening, and your financial freedom increasing. And most importantly, your financial mindset also changes. Reaching your first 10,000 doesn't guarantee financial security for the rest of your life, but saving this amount is a crucial point where things start to improve. Change 1. You are more prepared for life's adversities. Essentially, you can cover 99% of unexpected expenses in life. Having 10,000 saved means you are prepared for almost all unexpected expenses that may arise, such as an overdue bill, car maintenance, an unexpected house repair, your cat getting sick, or your children needing a dentist visit. By saving $10,000, you are capable of handling these situations. Change 2. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Do I really need this?" For most people, daily decisions revolve around the question, "Can I afford this?" Many have little money saved or live on the edge, and their choices are based on whether they can cover the costs or the installment they can pay, making their lives dictated by money and desires. However, when you accumulate 10,000, your financial decision-making changes. Instead of asking if you can afford something, you start asking if you really want to buy it. Now you can pay for most things without facing significant financial problems, and the price is no longer the main concern. Don't get me wrong, $10,000 can disappear quickly if you spend it all at once. But with this amount, your decisions are based on the desire to acquire something rather than the ability to pay for it. And this change makes life much more enjoyable. Change 3. You can have more fun without feeling guilty. Having 10,000 saved doesn't mean you're rich and can spend without thinking, nor does it mean that money is unlimited, but it does allow you to have more fun without feeling guilty. For example, imagine 2 people at a restaurant. One who has 10,000 and can pay up front, and another who is facing financial difficulties and will pay with a credit card, knowing they will have to pay the bill when the month turns. Although both enjoy the dinner, one knows they won't have to pay later because they paid up front, while the other, although also enjoying the dinner, knows it wasn't the best financial decision and might face problems in the future. Many people think that saving money means depriving themselves of good things, but in reality, it's about gaining more and more freedom. This way, you can have more fun, do what you really want, and enjoy pleasant moments without financial worries. If you've made it this far, know that you are a distinguished person who cares about your future. Leave a like on the video so I know you are part of the group with an evolved financial consciousness. Change 4. You gain more confidence by reaching your first 10,000. If you often watch personal finance videos, you may have noticed that we frequently talk about high financial goals, such as why reaching your first 100,000 RIA is so difficult, or the snowball effect after the first million. But the truth is, although these goals are indeed valid, most people don't have anything close to these amounts, and it seems unattainable for most Americans. According to some sources, most Americans don't have the money to spend an extra $400. For the average person, $10,000 is a lot of money. It's the first time you see 5 digits in your bank account, and it brings a special feeling. Remember, you've reached the first 10 kilometers of a marathon that started with just walking. If you're passionate about running like I am, you know that running the first 10 kilometers changes you and silences that voice that once said, "I can't do it." And now you start listening to the one that says, "I did it, and I know I can do more." I remember feeling richer when I reached my first 10,000 than when I reached my first 100,000. There's something very gratifying about seeing 5 digits in your account. Money truly boosts confidence, and reaching 10,000 is the point where you start to feel more self-assured. It's literally that voice saying, "I did it, now I know I can go further." Change 5. You can say no to more things, and your freedom of choice. Increases money is just a tool that gives you options in life. Those who have money have choices, while those who don't are limited. This reserve allows you to say no more comfortably. Imagine you were invited on a trip to a nearby city. You can decide based on your interest whether you want to go or not, and not on the cost. Notice how everything changes when you save the first 10,000. It makes you feel more secure, and that security gives you options. It prevents you from feeling desperate. In my example of the trip, you stop having thoughts like, "I'm the only one missing out. I need to get the money to enjoy this trip too," and start thinking, "I simply don't want to because I have the money." This allows you to say yes to what you really want to do and no to what you don't. And this ability to say these 2 words with confidence is incredibly liberating and satisfying. Change 6. Your habit of saving increases. It's no secret that many people have difficulty saving money because they are always worried about overdue bills, debts, and daily expenses. Maybe you have these problems. When you don't have money saved and are always scrambling to pay bills, it's very difficult to make financial progress. You literally feel trapped. That's why many people live paycheck to paycheck, unable to save anything, always waiting for the 5th of each month, praying not to have the problems I mentioned in the first change. But for you who watch the videos on this channel, it's different. Your mindset has changed. Now, you can save 10, 20, and maybe even 30% of your income for the future, and have the habit of paying yourself first. It's much easier to save when you already have what I call a financial cushion. With 10,000, you are financially up to date and can focus on progressing even more, making your savings rate increase rapidly. Change 7. Investing becomes a less daunting path. When you search on YouTube, "How to Build Wealth," you'll find many videos stating that the path is through the stock market and real estate investment trusts. What determines whether someone makes or loses money in these markets boils down to 2 things: patience and the effect of compound interest. If you want to speed things up a bit, you can invest with increasingly larger contributions. Many people don't achieve financial success because they lack patience. They want to get rich quickly in the short term and end up losing money, being seduced by promises like, "Earn X effortlessly, working only 30 minutes a day." Change 8. You now have a financial cushion that protects you in times of desperation and the negative effect of compound interest. Without this margin, you might be forced to sell your investments at a low price because you need money immediately, or worse, resort to high-interest bank loans. With a security of 10,000, you can withstand tough times because you already have a reserve available. As you may know, investing always involves risks, but when you have a reserve and patience, those risks diminish because you can wait for the necessary time, and having 10,000 saved makes investing a bit less risky. Let's summarize what you've learned in this video. Grab a pen and paper. Well, the real secret is reaching your first 10,000. Your life will never be the same. Achieving this goal is a significant milestone in the financial journey of many people. Having 10,000 means you can handle most of life's surprises. Money no longer dictates your decisions. You can have more fun without guilt. You become more confident and can say no more often. Your habit of saving increases and investing becomes less daunting. The switch in your mind has flipped, and you no longer have the same worries and struggles as those who can barely get by. So, if you are on the path to reaching your first 10,000, know that the sacrifices you are making today will lead to a better and much easier future. Because the moment you reach your first 10,000, life changes and starts to get a bit more comfortable. I would love to know if you have already reached 10,000 or are on the way. Share your story in the comments. I'm sure you can help and motivate many people. On the other hand, when we see someone elegantly dressed parking a luxury car, our immediate assumption is that this person is incredibly rich. But is that always the case? In the video that is appearing on the screen right now, I show you the concept of the rich double and how what many people appear to have is not necessarily true. Let's explore a different perspective on money and wealth. I'll see you there.